Good morning, everybody. Troy from the Do-It-Yourself world. I'm doing something I dreaded, but once I made the first cut, the decision was easier. I am sawing up all of the pine in the middle of the yard here into firewood for our home heating. Yes, home heating. We do burn pine, and it works. If it's dry, it's fine. I'm determined to get all of this pile, not those 4 cedar, but the rest of this pine right here today. It's rough because I'm still recovering my health, but I've got 5 logs done. It doesn't look like much. Now the reason I said the decision was easier is evident to some already, I bet. There's rot beginning on the outer rings. I can't see my camera all the way into here. I can't tell if you can see. You see this one here isn't as bad, but you can see the black ring right here. So, you know, it was my bad. I left it on the ground too long. That one is really clear. You can see the rot from the outer edge, and I left it on the ground over the winter. You shouldn't do that. But I've had it up on 4x4s drying, and so it's going to be beautiful heat for this winter. That's going to be good for home heating this winter. So I'm just taking a water break, and I figure another tank and a half. I've done a tank and a half of gas. I figure another tank and a half. Some of these are thick. I don't know if the camera shows it well, but some of these are pretty thick. And you can see the rot in there already. I can't see my camera though, it's bright out, but you can see the rot forming on them. Yeah, they sat on the ground too long, so they'll heat our home. There's probably a good month and a half of burning right here, of home heating. So anyway, that's my goal right now, is to knock the rest of these out this morning. It's already hot though. That sun is scorching when it hits you. Decision made. Done. I'll have this cleaned up today. Well, I get a couple more done. There's, that must have been jack pine. See the red rot inside. That stuff is definitely bad. So that's no good for lumber. And you can see the rind on these here. I hope I can see, can't see on my camera. But they're firewood. I got 5 more good sized logs to cut. I'm taking a short break and then I got to refuel. I've run 2 tanks of gas through. So usually for me a tank is a cord, a face cord. So it's not as much wood as I thought. I might have 1 full cord on the ground here. We'll see once I split it and stack it. But usually I run with the old Husky. I usually run a cord, face cord to a tank. So, yeah. Looked like more on the ground, but I guess not. Well guys, I just got 1 log left, but I ran out of gas entirely. I ran through 3 tanks of gas through the chainsaw. Some of these are pretty big, see? So, I'm sitting on some here. Quite a bit of work. I still hope to get them split yet today. We'll see how it goes. But that'll be 1 or 2 months of home heating for us this winter. We use pine in the day and oak at night, because pine does burn a little faster. But it's heat. Now I'm working smart. I brought the log splitter to the logs. I didn't really want to undo the hitch on that in between, but I'm going to have to. Well, that's not a big deal. Level it off while I run it. So I'm going to process these logs here. And then when I get a little pile done, I'm going to pull up forward some more and just run the log splitter to the logs. We'll see how it works. I'm not sure because I'm actually going to end up with a pile down here in the way of the tires. That's where they're going to naturally fall. So I got to figure this out. Now, this is actually made as for a right-hand operation, and you're supposed to stand here and throw the logs that way. But I'm left-handed, so I actually use this backwards. I'm wondering though, if I can train myself, I might be able to do this better, because the logs are going to fill up here. Let me turn this around. I think that's going to be better for me. Well, I just got some big ones left, and I was starting to hurt myself on them, the big ones, so I'm going to wait. There's a decent pile of wood, maybe a half a cord, 1.5 face cord. I changed the oil on the thing before I ran, but all this here is gone. Using the lawnmower worked well. I didn't level it the last time because I couldn't get my board under there far enough, but because the thing is in a hole, but it's alright, it worked. I'm done for the day, I think. I'm exhausted and sweating bad. It's over 80 degrees anyway, so that's enough. And this is why I waited. I went and got this because I pulled my hernia a little bit on one of those big rounds. These guys here, that hurt, and so I'm never again gonna hurt myself. This is a vertical and horizontal log splitter, and it also has automatic return, which is going to be better and double my speed of processing firewood. And that having been said, we went and got more firewood. We have here a load of dry oak that I'm going to be splitting and stacking today on a pallet up on the corner of the garden fence over here. And then we have a load of mostly poplar, which I'm going to split and stack on this pile. This pile is for the more wet stuff up farther from the house, and the other pile, where am I? Here, is going closer to the house for quicker drying, sooner use wood. So some of this is red, so I believe that's oak, but it was with a pile of poplar. The poplar is going to probably be dry quick. The oak looks more wet, but it was all in a pile of older wood that was out by the road for free. We had to cut it and load it ourselves, but there's a pile. Anyway, guys, it's getting on lunchtime the next day, but as you can see, my job is going to be less painful around here. So, please like this video. Subscribe if you haven't, because you never know what's coming to the homestead tomorrow. I bet you can guess what the next video is going to be, though. Talk to y'all later.